What's up, YouTube? It's the weekend and we're in here working on the fish rack. So this fish rack, it's 4 tanks and it's half of it is under gravel driven with hang on the back filters. The other half has hang on the back filters, but it also had air stones in them. But through time, I found that using the Tetra Whisper and even this Whisper 100 gallon pump, over time the diaphragms have been breaking on me, so I'll start noticing loss in air power, and one by one my tanks, they all stop getting air going through them. So I'm thinking about, well, I am going to expand the system and get rid of these pumps. So right now I'm doing the framework for the PVC to connect to this pump right here. It's like 500 gallons per hour. I got it off of eBay for only $20, but I'm doing the framework and I'm thinking about mounting it up underneath the rack right here, and using these adjustable air nozzles to have a whole bunch of individual lines going through. So this whole rack right here, it's a breeding grow out machine. So these 2 tanks, they're growing out, or they're breeding out a bunch of guppies, and on the top you see 4 breeder boxes. That was to collect the fry, like right here. These guys were born just today in the morning or last night, but I keep them in here and I grow them out for like a week or 2, and then I move them into bigger tanks. But if you guys watched my last video, my dad had a whole bunch of koi fry and I'm trying to grow them out. So right here is 4 boxes. These 2, they're koi fry, and up top I have my flower horns, and then another box, it has frontosa fry in there. But I want to expand 3 more breeder boxes, so I'm gonna try to get this system up and running today. So let me get to it and I'll cut out and show the goods. So I have the framework lined up, but right now I'm trying to get the end pieces where I can connect the pipes to this pump. So what I'm thinking is, at the end right here, I'm having it like that, and then this piece right here is gonna go on the T like so, and then the hose would just come up through here. But I'm gonna get to it and you'll get to see everything. Okay guys, this is what I have. I put in extra nozzles just in case if I needed more openings in the future, because once I have it mounted up, I don't feel like crawling up there and trying to drill a hole upside down and stuff like that. So when drilling holes with the pipe, I have a tip for you guys to use the markings on the PVC. They're perfectly straight, so I used it as a guide. So you can see right here where it says Made in America, I just drilled wherever they wrote on the pipe. It makes it much more easier to line everything up. Right here I did it on my own without the line, but as you can see up here, I lined it up with the markings. So to mount up the pipe to the board, I picked up these brackets in Home Depot. It's in the electrical section. It's 4 for $1 something, pretty cheap. So let me get to it and I'll cut out right here. So I got everything mounted and it's looking pretty good. I'm happy with the fitment. It almost fits in like a glove, and it looks really clean and slick. So I'm excited to get my under gravel filters running again. They've been dead. Only this one is running, and my tanks up top with the flower horns, I don't think it has much circulation when the air pump gave out. So I'm gonna hook everything up, get the breeder boxes in, and do a big water change, and then I'll cut in and show you guys how everything's working. What's up guys, I have everything hooked up and the pump is running, and I have all of my breeder boxes, the new ones, set up top. I already have some of the pregnant guppies in there, and the other day I put in a couple of my reds for these two right here, and I already collected some fry, so everything is working out. So I have a lot of air power coming out of this pump that it's enough to power 2 of my 5 gallons off to the side, and I added more nozzles to the left and right just in case if I want to expand more into the closet if I'm crazy. But yeah, like I have so much power that you see it coming out of the air stones. I added an extra air stone for each tank, so you can see how much air it's pumping out right here. Sorry, my tanks are dirty after a couple of days. So up top they're functioning, and on the bottom with my guppy tanks, the under gravel filters are functioning super strong. It's pushing up all of the detritus, and up top I have aqua clear filters with the floss on top, so when the detritus is free floating, the aqua clear hang on the back, it's collecting that detritus, and every other day or so I'll remove that floss and add a new floss, so I'm constantly removing the poop. So this is the pump that I got. It's an Active Aqua 45 liters per minute. That's 11 gallons per minute, about almost 12, 11.9 gallons per minute. It's super powerful. I like it. I'll put a link down in the comments in the description if you guys want to get this pump. It's very cheap, about $30 something, and I think you can run almost a whole fish room with this. You can run way more tanks because I have another pump in the garage, and that pump is powering 8, 16, 24 tanks in the garage, and right here I'm just powering 8 breeder boxes and 6 tanks, and the tanks, they all have like two air outlets each, so you can see the power there. So the pump is right here, right under the bed. I pulled it out so you guys can see. So there's an inlet hole right here where I placed this sponge in the hole. It does not affect the pump power or anything that much, but once you place this sponge in the hole right here, it quiets it down a lot. And I also have this rubber dish mat on the bottom. So this mat right here, it's made for drying dishes. It's made of rubber. I'll put a link down in the description if you want a piece like this. I bought it off of Amazon. It's used for drying dishes, but for our purpose I cut it into 4 pieces, and I used 2 pieces here and 2 pieces in my garage as a dampener. So this pump vibrates a lot. By putting it on this mat, it stops the vibration, so you don't hear the sound vibrating off of my wood floors. But for the most part, I don't think the pump is that loud. I hear more of the bubbles coming off of the tanks because it's so powerful. So I'm thinking about dialing these air stones down, and on the bottom where I have empty nozzles, I'll just kind of release the pressure, but instead of just opening it up like this and having a hissing sound come through, I'm thinking about placing an air hose onto this and then kind of routing it into some kind of baffle so the noise levels like cut down. But I'm pretty happy with this setup that I have. The pipes are hidden from the rack. It fit beneath here perfectly. I used 3/4 piping, and the brackets worked out. Everything's kind of hidden, and I'm very happy with the setup and the power that the pump is putting through. And I have room to expand if I want to. Anyways, here are the koi fry. They're growing. I have 2 here in the room, but I also have a big 29-gallon filled with them in my garage. But yeah, I don't want to keep you guys. I'm pretty happy with the setup, and I'll do future updates on it, on how things are going. But this pump, I have one in the garage and it's running pretty strong for like 2 years non-stop now. I have no issues, so I highly recommend this Active Aqua pump. So this one pump replaced 2 of these and 1 of this, so it consolidated everything into one plug instead of having multiple electrical lines running through. I'm pretty happy. Well, I'm gonna cut you guys loose. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.